أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. والصلاة والسلام على رسوله الكريم وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن استنى بسنته إلى يوم الدين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته, brothers. We start by praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we send our salam and salawat on Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept our time and effort that we are trying to give to learn the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as a good deed in the day of judgment, in the scale of good and the bad deeds, inshallah ta'ala. So today's lesson is going to be a little more trickier and more memorization that we started yesterday. So we'll have the concept today, and next week, inshallah ta'ala, on Saturday, we'll have a lot of exercise on the things that we have done yesterday and today, inshallah ta'ala. So we have started the present tense of the Arabic language. So just before we do this one, we need to know this chart. As I always say, this is the main chart that we must remember. Past tense and present tense all based on this chart. And this chart has 14 words. Okay, you can say the 14 words of different person, first person, second person, and the third person. So huwa, huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna, anta, antuma, antum, anti, antuma, antunna, ana, and nahnu. And based on this chart, we have learned that how the past tense changes the last part of it. So the last part of the past tense is changed, that the fail is changed, and it tells us who did the job. Is it for huwa? Is it for hiya? Is it for anta? Is it for anti? Is it for ana? Is it for nahnu? Okay, and we know this thing. Is it plural? Is it dual? All these things we know, but the ending sound in the past tense, like this way. So we have the third person, huwa nasara, huma nasara, hum nasaru, hiya nasarat, huma nasarata, hunna nasarna. Just like this, anta, antuma, antuna, and all these things, ana and nahnu. Then we said that after this one, when we started the present tense. So we say also the present tense also based on this chart, but the present tense is not only the changing of the ending part, it also changed in the beginning. So that's why it gets a bit trickier. And also the changing is not constant throughout the person. So third person has a mix-up, and also the second person also has some of the exceptional thing, like not like the past tense. So the past tense was very simple and easy to understand, easy to remember, but the present tense has a little bit trickier. So for the present tense, we did this one. The huwa is become yansuru. Yansuru. So look at the square thing. So iya is there. So iya means anything started iya means he. We're talking about the third person. Okay, but not all of them. Like the next one below here, he helps. When it says she helps, it's not here yansurat like we did it before. It's tansuru. It's tansuru. Okay, so that's a different one. It's not the iya. So it's y. Then you have y, tty. Okay, so it's just like this. Y. You can remember that, and then t, and then t, then y. So again, when it's hunna, it's yansurna. Hunna is yansurna. I know it's a bit difficult to remember because there's no pattern, but this is how we have to remember. But start like this way. There are only 14 words that you have to keep it in your mind, and few of them are similar. So if we bring the second person and the first person, as you can see, that she helps and you help is the same. So when you say she helps is here tansuru, also anta tansuru. So and we said yesterday that how we gonna know? There's no confusion in the Quran. It's all according to the context. And when you read the ayah, you will see Allah's talking about, is it she Allah talking about, or is it you masculine Allah talking about? Okay. But look at the you feminine. This is a different. He anti tansurina, and this is the exceptional one among all the 14 one. None of them has ina. This is the only one has ina. Okay. We also have ani like this one, and these are all almost same. As you can say, yansurani, yansurani, tansurani, tansurani. So these four, the pair is easy to remember. Is always ani. For third person is ya. For second person is ta. Other than that is same. Also, the plural for he, like the third person, and the second person is very similar. Like the una, like we did our chart before Ani and Una before the very beginning of our journey. When we did Muslimun chart, the same thing. Muslimuna. So here Yansuruna and also Antum Tansuruna. The other two, the Hunna and Antunna, because they have a shadda, so they're special. So we say Yansurna with a sukun before the na, and also Tansurna. And Ana and Nahnu is very easy. Ana Ansuru and Nahnu Nansuru. Okay. So these are the chart. We did one. We have to memorize this. Today's lesson is also based on this chart, but we have to do something else. There are other version of the present tense. Okay. There are other version of the present tense. What other version? They are called light version and the lightest version of the present tense. Okay. So we need to learn these ones. Okay. So if you look at this, there are 14 words of 3 types of ending. If you don't understand, try to ask me if you don't understand. So there are 14 words in the chart. Everybody know that, right? Out of the 14, there are 3 types of ending. 5 of them ends with u. What are these 5? These 5 are hua. It ends with yansuru with an u at the end. Okay, don't mix up with this one that this u is a rafa or something. This is just a fail, present tense fail. Hua yansuru. Also she, here tansuru, finish with u, ending with u. Anta tansuru, just like the here. So 2 are the same. Then ana ansuru and nahnu nansuru. All 5 of them finish with u. Okay. Second category. Second category is just like our first chart, Muslimun charts, right? Where we did una, ina, which our kids are learning now, alhamdulillah. So, ani and una and ina. There are 7 words like this. One of the 7 is the one that's the exceptional one, you as a feminine, which is anti, which is ina. Okay? Tansurina. That is the expression, the last one, you feminine. Okay? When you're talking about someone, when you talk to your wife, you, or your daughter, or your sister, you as a you, they are tansurani ina. That's the only one. Other than that, see, he double, she double, a you masculine double, you feminine double, they masculine, and you all masculine are all una and ani. The double are all is ani. Yansurani, yansurani, tansurani, tansurani, yansuruna, tansuruna. So all these are 7. So these are the ones that ending with ani, una, ina. Ani, una, ina. This is one category. Okay, we can see this one. See, huma. Huma means double for male and female. So that's why I just put huma. Then antuma. Okay, and then whom, antum, meaning the plural version, the 3rd column, and only the exception was anti, you feminine. So that's why it's by itself. Okay, clear? The 3rd one category is sukun with a na, like those 2 one, hunna and antunna. These are the 2 exceptional ones, right? Like they are with a shadda and also sukun. So hunna becomes what? Yansurna, and antunna becomes tansurna. So there's a sukun and then the nun. Okay? So this is how it finished. So why we made these 3 categories? Because the light and the lightest version, as I am talking about, that's you're going to learn today. Okay? And it's going to make your chart bit more confusing, but this is an easier way to understand that. Okay? So I have 14 words, 5 of them are like the same. Then I have another category of 7, so 5 plus 7 is 12, and the last 2 is this one. Okay. Now for the last 2, for the 3rd one, sukun and na, hunna and antunna, their light version is also same, lightest version is also same. Meaning all 3 versions, normal version, light version, and the lightest version is yansurna, 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 tansurna, tansurna, tansurna. No change. Because they are feminine and woman doesn't change. Okay? Remember that way. Whatever they say, that's the right one. Okay? So they one never gonna change. So they, even in Arabic, they are very strict. They say no, doesn't matter you make me light or lightest. I don't care about my weight. I will stay the same. Okay, my opinion is the never gonna change. Okay, so hunna and antunna are the same. So the light and lightest is the same. When it become light and lightest, we'll come to that very soon. Okay. Second category, when we have ani, una, and ina, Remember our first chart, which our children already done that. We talked about light and heavy version, and we said over there we have only light and heavy, and we said most of the Arabic words are heavy, but we can make them light. How? To take the noon sound out of it. To take the noon, like Muslimuna, we can make Muslimun. Okay, Muslimani, we can make Muslima. Okay, just take the noon sound out of it, yeah? And that's it's gonna make. So same thing here. So whatever these 7 words has a noon at the end, we just take the noon sound out. Okay, it become light, and their lightest version is also the same. So easy to remember. Okay, so their light and lightest version is the same. Just take the noon sound out. So when it's huwa yansuruna, okay, sorry, huwa yansuru, he double is yansurani. He means the two of you, the two of them helps. Okay, yeah. No, I'm talking about the him version. So yansurani.
That is also Tansurani.
Hmm?
That is also
Tansurani
Tansurani.
is the yeah. That's you. Tansurani is she or you? No. No. Okay. Feminine singular version is same. Okay. So if it's una or ina at the beginning, even the feminine anti is yansurina, you just make yansuri. Just take the noon sound out. Okay. But I will show you in the chart. When you take the una out, how do you write una? Because that's why I put 2O and 2A, because it's una, there's a wa, there's a mad. So when you take the noon sound out, you just don't finish with wa. For a writing rule, they put an alif. So yansuru, don't say yansurawa, don't say that. Yansuru, but there's an alif. It's called like it's like writing alif to remind you that it's a writing alif. Okay. So third one never change. Light and lightest version is the same. Second one, normal version has the noon sound. Okay, una, ina, ani. Light and lightest version doesn't have the noon sound. Okay. The tricky one is the first one, the 5 of them. What they do, when they become light, okay, so the normal version of huwa is yansur. Yansur, okay? Or let's talk about the ana, I. Ana is ansuru. Okay? Ansuru, when it become light, it become ansura. Ansura, instead of dhamma, it become a fatha. Ansura. When it become lightest, it just became a sukun, ansur. It just became a sukun, ansur. Okay? So they have 3 versions: normal, light, and lightest. Second category only have 2 versions: normal, light, and lightest. Third version has only 1 version. Their light, lightest is the same. Just like we did flexibility. Okay? Nothing to relate with that, but kind of it will help you to remember. Like flexibility, we said some words are fully flexible. Like the word Muhammad. Muhammadun, Muhammadan, Muhammadin. Some words are partly flexible. Like Ibrahimu and Ibrahima. There's no Ibrahimi. Okay? Some words are non-flexible. It doesn't change. Isa, Musa is always Musa. Rafa, Nasab, and Jar doesn't matter. So kind of like that. The third category never change. Second category has only 1 version, normal version, and the other version without the noon sound. And the first category has 3 versions. All these 5 words, the huwa, hiya, anta, their versions. And this is only for present tense. This is only for present tense, not for the past tense. Past tense is, as we learned, is done. So we just learn the chart and it's done. Okay? Everything is clear? So now if we apply this to our chart, but before that, whatever I said is written here. So when I'm going to send the email to you, so you can see this one, and you can see. So for the light version, we're saying that those ones, nahnu, ana, anta, hiya, huwa, will end up with a fatha. Okay, and the other one, like antum, antuma, huma, huma, anti, they will drop the noon sound, and this one will remain the same. For the lightest version, they will take a sukun, the first one, sukun, end with a sukun. This will just drop the noon, the same as it, and third one will remain the same. So I put what I just said, I put it in the writing here so that you can have it in your notes. Okay? If we apply this to our chart now, our chart will grow a little bit, obviously. So it will look like this. So look at this one. The first one, here. Yeah, can I do this here? See this one, Huwa yansuru, this was normal version. This one yansura, and this one yansur. So this is light, this is lightest. This is light, this is lightest. For huma, it was yansurani with an alif and a noon. We went yansura, yansura. Okay. Now look at this difference. This is the ra has no alif. Okay. This one has alif. Other than that, it's all the same. So you need to remember that. Okay. This one is yansura. This is also yansura. This is also yansura. But they have a alif because we had originally we have a alif and a noon. We just took the noon out, right? So this is only alif. So it is okay. Here yansura, yansuruna with the una at the end. So we take the noon out. We keep our wa, but we put an alif. This is just a writing rule to put the alif. Okay, this one. And look at this one, the hunna yansurna. It is also yansurna. It is yansurna. No change. Okay, hunna no change. Antunna also no change. Ana is change. Ana is ansuru, ansuru, and this one. Okay, so this is how the change in lightest version. Okay, so I think this previous thing, and that's why they mark it, in different way also. The previous this thing. Yeah, this one is very important that you have 3 categories, so it will be easy for you. So you don't have to remember all 14. Okay, out of 14, I know 2 of them will never change, and only 7 of them will also have one version. Only 5 I have to play with. Okay, so remember this way. Now, the last thing that we need to know about this concept, about this theory, that when it becomes light and when it becomes lightest. Because what's the point of learning light and lightest if you don't know when it becomes light and lightest, right? So for that, we have to remember our lesson on fragments. Remember the first fragment that we did, and the second fragment, jar majroor. How many words that makes, we have, how many harf we have, the harf of jar? 11. What are they? Who can tell me? Ba, ta, ka, la, wa, min, ala, an, hatta, ila. Right? Did I miss one? I missed fa. Fi, I missed fi. That's why I have 10. The fi also, the fi. So 11 of them, right? So those are, and those, each of them had a meaning. We know what means what, right? Ala means upon, an means, what does an means? About. Okay, hatta means until. So we know all this meaning. So we're gonna know some of the harf. Those harfs make these things light and lightest. Okay, those harf make these things light. So we have similar type of harf, and these harfs will give you very powerful vocabulary. These things change the word actually, and this is how Arabic works. Like in English, when you say go, went, and gone, that's the 3 words, and we can use it. And sometimes we use the same thing, just use the auxiliary verb. I am eating, or I was eating. Just am become was. So it's something like this. In English, it's very easy, but in Arabic, we have to know the meaning of the harf. Okay, so these are the light harf, the 4 of them. An, okay, not inna or anna, it's just an, okay, and this is an, not an, not with an ain, okay, so don't come with that. An with an ain is about, just say, right? So an means to. Lan means will not. So when there is a lan before a present tense, it will make the thing light and also change the meaning to the future, will not. So lan means will not. So if I say lan yansura, why did I say yansura? Because yansuru was the original version. I make it a light, not the lightest, make it light, yansura. So lan yansura means he will not help. He will not help. This is how we make future tense, okay? Kind of. Likai means so that, in order to. Now the likai has a little bit problem. Likai sometimes comes as li, sometimes comes as kai, sometimes comes as likai both. So you can separate them. Sometimes you will see in the Quran likai, sometimes you will only see li, sometimes a kai. Now as I said before, the lam, the li, has 7 kinds of lam in Arabic. Okay, we learn one of them, like lahu, or la or li. We said like when it's with the pronoun, it's become la. When it's with the ism, it's li. Like alhamdu lillahi. That li means for. Okay? Lahu mulku samawati. For Allah, for him is the heaven, the dominions of the heavens and the earth. Right? Lahu mulku samawati wal earth. This likai li, the same li, but the meaning is so that and one. So how are you gonna know? You just have to know the context. Okay, you just have to know the meaning sometimes. So likai means so that, in order to, likai could be likai could be li, likai could be kai only. Okay, and hatta is also here, and it is the same meaning until. Okay, so hatta is a jar majrur, like a harf of jar. It is also a light harf. It makes the next, but why is a jar majrur when the next word is a ism? That's why we have half of jar, the fragments, right? But when hatta is before and is fail, especially present tense, it will make a thing light. Okay? So these are the four, is the light one. There's another one, I didn't put it here, it's called izan. Like iza means when, but there's some other things, so that's why I think it's not, inshallah, next level and advanced level we'll do that, inshallah. Okay. And these are the lightest harf. In means if. We say inshallah, if Allah wills. And we say insha'a, to make the fail is a lightest, because insha'a, okay, with an alif, and then Allahu. We don't say the Allahu insha'Allahu, but Allahu is the outside doer actually. So the word inshallah that we all the time we use is because of this. Okay, that makes the thing lightest. See, we never know that until today, right? So inshallah is this. Then lam means did not. See, look at the lam was will not. Lam is did not. And lamma is not yet. Lamma is not yet. And then we have three wal, fal, li. Wal, fal, and li. Wal means, all of that means should, but wa means and, you already know. So wal means and dash should. Okay? Fal means then something inside between should. So if I say fal yansur, what will be the translation of that?
He should
What?
he should help.
He should have. Good. Fal yansur. If I say wal yansur,
And he should help.
and he should have. Yes. If I say just li yansur, he should have. Okay. So the first one was so he should have, or then he should have. You can say so or then, it's the same thing. Okay. You can say he should have on this one. Okay. So next class, obviously you need to have a lot of works to do, so you have to memorize all this. And then with one verb, so I can give you a fail to you. Like I can say, kataba means to write. So tell me what is the translation of he will not write. So you have to translate it. That's going to be kind of your exam next week, Saturday, okay, inshallah. So we'll give, everybody will get one verb.
This become exam, CQ.
Okay?
You need practice.
Yeah, you have 1 week to practice.
But here is lay is should and lay
Yes.
is for as well.
Yes.
So how do we differentiate?
We now, what the for is with the pronoun or a noun. It's ism studies. Here it is with the ism. Sorry, with the fail and present tense fail. Okay. But the problem is, see, as I said, likai is a light harf, and li also is a lightest harf. Okay. So you have to know the context sometimes.
And now problem again, if I don't know the meaning of the word,
Yeah.
and then it becomes difficult in the fail.
Yes.
or
You have to.
listen.
You have to know
That's
the
why-
meaning.
That's why I'm struggling most of the time. Although knowing this all right, but when I apply it, I don't know the meaning of the word. And it is fail or it is ism, it becomes.
That's why next class we will have at least 10, whatever, how many brothers we have, like 6, 7 brothers we have, alhamdulillah. So I'll bring 7 verbs, like 7 fail present tense. Each of them will do. So you cannot even copy actually each other. So, and we have so many translations. I can say, okay, tell me, he have not helped yet. What is the meaning of it? So lamma yansur. Okay. And lamma has another meaning actually. Lamma also means when. So the iza, I didn't put here, iza also means when, and lamma sometimes means when, but that depends on the context, okay? Just for the time being, remember this once. So I think 10 of them, right? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and 10. So 10 of them. And obviously remember this because you have to remember the light and the lightest version. So So
Light
in-
and light is actually future tense.
no, not all of them. It could be even past tense.
Okay,
Look at this, did not.
Lam.
So if I say lam yansurna, what is the translation of this? Lam yansurna.
It's like
He did not help.
He did not help.
She did not.
No. Yansur.
No, Yan-
Yasurna.
No, I said yansurna.
They female did not help.
Yes, they female. So all of these women, they did not help. Okay, okay. So we and did not help. So you can say, okay, it's past tense. I know, but this is the negative of past tense. Negative of past tense is made in Arabic with the lightest harf in front of a present tense. Just like in English, we say did not help. Help. The word help is still the present tense, but we use did not. So something like this. You can remember that way. Okay. There's nothing called helped in the past, like it did not help. So I bring one or two examples just to see. So look at this ayah. Yuridu an yukhrijukum min ardikum. Yuridu means he wants.
He wants.
Now it's yuridu. Okay. So who's wanting? Is it he or he, is it them or is it she or is it I? Is it nahnu? Who is this? He. It's only he. Yes, simple. It's he. Yuridu, because there's nothing else. Okay. Then we have an. Where was an? An was in the light. Lighter. An yukhrija. Yukhrija. Yukhrija means it was ikhriju. It make it light. Ikhruja. It's take a fatha. And kum means all of you. So he wants to, ikhruju means to expel. He wants to, and an means two. Another thing is the meaning of the an is two. So if I say an yansuru, don't say he to help. An yansuru to help. An darasu means to study. Okay. So that means he wants. The first meaning is he wants. Okay. To is our half, light half. Expel you all. Kum means all of you. Okay. So ikhrijakum is actually mudaf ilayh, because it's just attached with that one. Not mudaf ilayh, because it's a ikhruj is a verb. The one that we did before. It's like the pronoun is attached with the verb. So here the kum is here. What's the status of the kum? Is it rafa nasab or jar? The kum.
Which one?
Nasab. Who did you want to expel? Who did you want to say? Okay. Ikhrijum min ardikum. What is mean?
From.
I know what is jar majrur.
Jar.
Jar majrur and ardikum meaning from your land. So that's nothing to do. That's completely ism. That's a jumla ismiya. Min ardikum, if that part is a fragment, not the whole jumla ismiya, not a jumla, but it's a fragment. And it is ismiya. Because min ardikum is there's how many fragments are there? How many fragments are there? There's two fragments. One is jar majrur, which starts with min, and mudaf ilayh ardikum. So he wants to expel all from your land. Okay. This one is interesting. Kul, say. Okay. Lan meanings will not. Okay. Yanfa means benefit. Yanfa means lan. It was infa'u. It becomes yanfa'a. Kum. Okay. Al-firaru. Al-firaru is a feeling. It's meaning fleeing from the battlefield or something. Okay. Al-firaru. Al-firaru is the outside doer here. That's why it's a rafa. Al-firaru. It's not al-firara or al-firari. Al-firaru is rafa. And it is infa'u. Actually, it's he benefited or he benefits. It changed the inside doer, go to outside doer. So it's the fleeing will not benefit you all. The fleeing will not benefit you all. Okay, Brother Shiraz, easy, right?
That's there as my
Lam,
What is the meaning of the word al-firaru?
fleeing.
Fleeing.
It's a ism.
Okay.
The
yes.
act of fleeing. Like swimming. If I say swimming is good for health, okay? Fleeing is not good, okay? Fleeing is like cowardly, okay? Something like so fleeing. So the fleeing is an outside doer here. Okay. So this kind of thing will come in the exam, so you have to find out what is outside doer and inside doer. Okay. Okay.
Because I thought it is maful. I thought initially.
Hmm.
So that's why it should have a fatha, but
No, it's the rafa.
uh,
Rafa here, okay. So lam yunazzil. Lam yunazzil.
same.
So lam is the lightest. Okay. Lam is the lightest and it means
Did
did
not.
not. Okay. So he and because it started with you, like yeah, so it's after you. So he did not
Send.
reveal, send down. He did not send down bihi sultanan. Bihi is also our jar majrur and sultanan is nasab. So he did not send any authority for it. It says for it, bihi, we know bi means with, but it could be for also. Okay. So bihi could be for also. So he did not send down any authority. You know the why the any word came from? No. Unusual sequel brings only, not any. Any comes because sultanan is a sultanan. What is the type of sultanan? Is it common or proper? Remember we said 4 properties of Islam. Is it common or proper? The sultanan. Common, yes. It's a tanween, right? And also it's heavy. So sultanan means any sultanan, any authority. So that's why the word any comes. Okay. The last one, I think. This is a famous ayah. Can anybody tell which ayah is that? Where is a part of the ayah? فَلْيَسْتَجِبُوا لِي وَلْيُؤْمِنُوا بِي. Which surah has this ayah? Surah Baqarah. Where after the Ramadan ayah, Allah said, no, فَإِذَا سَأَلَكَ عِبَادِي أَنِّي فَإِنِّي قَرِيبٌ أُجِيبُ دَعْوَةَ الدَّاعِ إِذَا دَعَانِ فَلْيَسْتَجِبُوا لِي وَلْيُؤْمِنُوا بِي. Like, look, fal means so something should. So fal yastajibu. Yastajibu is it was una. Okay? It was una, it became lightest because of fal. See that alif after wa? It was yastajibuna. Noon is gone. Right? Because of the lightest version. So fal yastajibu means so they should ask. Fal yastajibu, or they should seek. They should seek me, for me, okay. Wal yu'minu bi, same thing. Yu'minuna, it was yu'minuna, but the noon is gone, only wa and alif was left, and then bi means with me. So the meaning will be, so they should respond to me, yastajibuli, and they should believe in me. So they should both of these. Okay. Okay, so we will have some of the, as I said, some of the fail like this, and we'll make our own sentence, like, so that we have some practice, So also we can, in one fail actually we can make 10 sentences with one fail, almost 10 sentences, right? But I'm not going to give you 10, maybe 5 of them. So I can say, he studied, he did not study, okay, he have not studied yet, okay. So all these things we can do this, inshallah ta'ala. Okay? So jazakallah khairan, subhanakallahumma bihamdik, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.